innovate, develop, inspire, vision, generate, and challenge the status quo. And nobody can hear you go. Hi everyone, it's your girl Kunda. I am your host for the Harrts channel, and welcome to this week's show, the show where we push for personal progress and prosperity. So today I want us to talk about earning versus status quo. And I think this is an important conversation to have, as I do all the other conversations that I have with you. And the reason I want us to talk about this week is because I was having a conversation with one of my friends last week, and it just dawned on me I could actually have this conversation with you as well. So I was telling her we're talking about my entrepreneurship journey and how it started. And I was telling her about how hard it was for me emotionally sometimes when I was starting out, because I had to start up from the ground and I didn't have a fancy business. So I had to race with my mind or manage my emotions, because I had to think about my status, and also had to think about my earning ability and power. So that's why I want to bring this conversation to you. So when I was starting out, it was interesting. I had graduated from university, and in our country in Zambia, when you graduate from university, the first thing that people are thinking or expecting of you is to get a job. And fortunately, that wasn't my dream, that wasn't my vision, that's not what I wanted to do. At that time in my life, what I wanted was to be a full-time entrepreneur, and I wanted to just venture into entrepreneurship. So when I was starting the business, I had to deal with all this backlash of, oh no, when you graduate, you have to start a job. It's like, it symbolizes that you did well at school, and it just some form of validation in our society. But that isn't what I wanted. I wanted the opposite. I wanted the hard path. And now when you're starting a business, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care where you're from, what your level of education is. When you're starting a business, when you're starting the journey of entrepreneurship, you start from the ground up. And yes, the ground looks different for different kinds of people, but for the majority of us, we start from the ground up. And what that looks like is you're starting a small business, or you could have a great idea, something that can grow into something big and beautiful. But you have to start small and then grow, or you have to start somewhere, and that somewhere won't be the top anyway. Whatever level it is, you have to start small and then grow whatever it is that you're growing. So, and that's the hardest part that people have with entrepreneurship or with starting out in life. When we graduate from university, we have this status all of a sudden put on us. And while education is supposed to free us and liberate us, it enslaves us and it cages us. And because of the status that you may have as a result of your education and your degree or your diploma, whatever it is that you have, you will find that it will be difficult for you to venture into the world of earning. And what does that look like? What does starting to earn money really look like in real life? In real life, when you're starting to earn money, first of all, when you're getting your first job, you're not going to be getting the thousands of kwacha that you think you'll be earning or that you hope to be earning. Your entry job will pay you, it depends, it varies from one person to another, but the majority, when you get your first job, you're going to be earning maybe around 5,000 or maybe less, somewhere there in that range. And that's what it looks like. And for a lot of people, especially, we're not living in a world where experience is a big thing. You'll find that your first job you might just be volunteering, or you might be doing an unpaid internship, or you might get a job that's paying you maybe 1,000 or 2,000 kwacha. And for a lot of young graduates, that's very disappointing. Or you might find that the job that what you studied is not, there are no job openings in the field that you studied. So you might find that you have to now do jobs that you didn't think that you would do, or jobs that you actually look down on. So, and that is a very difficult thing for a lot of young people to adjust, because there's always this fight between status and between what is on what the reality, and what is actually giving money or what is actually paying. So when you think about earning, how much of your status quo or your what you think or who you think you are affects your ability to work, to earn money, and to accept jobs? Are you thinking, oh, I'm educated, I have this, I have that, and I can't do this kind of job, or maybe I come from this family and I belong to this group, or blah blah blah, and I can't do this kind of job? Is your status preventing you from actually earning money? A lot of young people are not earning money today because of their status quo. And it was so funny because I was telling my friend when I started out. So when we started out with the restaurant, actually that wasn't even my first idea. As I said in my last video, that is like my second business. Second business I started, which thank God took off. And our idea is basically we do motivator food. We sell shimmer and vegetables and things like that. And while I was working at the restaurant, one of my friends actually said something that was very hurtful to me, and at that moment I just froze and I didn't even answer back. And this friend of mine told me, I can't believe with all your education you just decide to be cooking shima for people. Like, what are you thinking? This is a job for us, the uneducated, because she's not educated. And and that just took me back a second. And I actually was very offended by that. But however, I overcame that, and I didn't let that bother me because I already had made up my mind with what I wanted to do. And the fact that I didn't let my status affect what I wanted to do or my potential or my ability to earn, I was making money, so I wasn't bothered by that statement or that cheap shot. But for a lot of young people, just the idea of doing certain jobs, gets them stuck. Like, they won't do certain jobs because of their status. Some young people and a lot of young people would rather be broke, jobless, and stay home without an income than go do certain kinds of jobs. And that is very sad. And I feel like we as a culture and a community, and even you as a viewer, you have to change your mindset. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you like what you're doing, if it's earning you money, it's important. And like I keep saying, every job is very important. So you have to change your mindset from thinking, oh, just because I am educated or I am this, I cannot do this kind of job. If you have no income, 0, 1 to 30 or 1 to 31, you have 0 income, and you get an opportunity to do a job, whatever job it is, take it. Unless it's prostitution or something that is shady, don't take it. But if it's a legit job, don't look down on something that would earn you money. Accept it and do the job with pride. There's this scripture that I think about, I don't know if it's from the Bible or I heard it from someone, but I think it's also in the Bible, where people say the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And then there's this parable that was told in the Bible where God gave talents to people, and the person with more talents multiplied them and had more, and the person with 1 talent buried it, didn't multiply it, and God took that talent away from that person. And that story, as much as it's a Bible parable, it's a reality for a lot of people. A lot of people, when they have 1 talent or they have that gift, whatever it is they have, they bury it and they don't choose it. And you'll find that and I'm sure you're seeing it now in Zambia, you find that a lot of people who may not even have the education, or they're not caged by that status quo, you find that they venture into this country, they go become hairdressers, they go become photographers, they go become their certain gardening companies, they're doing all different kinds of ventures, and then they start thriving. And then the educated young people are now stuck and just angry and frustrated because they're caged and they don't feel free enough to go venture in those activities or some of those projects that they may look down on, because they feel that, oh, that is beneath me, I can't do that. So what I'm trying to communicate today is, don't let your status quo affect your earning ability. Don't let it cage you. Don't let your education or the family that you come from or the status of your mom or your dad stop you from earning coins. Whatever, if I don't know how many coins that is, but whatever the coins are. So whatever opportunity you see that can get you paid, take advantage of it. Don't let 1 to 30 go by without you making any money or getting any coins in your pocket. And don't let your status again affect you or make you feel like, oh, I can't do this because I'm this person or I have got this education. In this world, this jungle of earning money, no one cares. No one really cares. So you have to make sure that you just humble yourself and just don't let status affect you. You know, it's funny because she also told me a story. After I told her my story about the restaurant thing, she also told me a story about her cousin who was offered an opportunity to work at a restaurant. Her mom's friend opened a restaurant, and then her mom found her cousin a job there. And the girl refused to go work at the restaurant because she said, I cannot be cooking for people, like that's beneath me. But this girl has no job. She's earning no money, 1 to 30 or 1 to 31. And then when she has an issue or she's stuck or she's got a problem, she's going to be calling someone asking for money. So it's better for you to have your own earning power than to be calling people and asking for money. Whatever job is available, whatever opportunity you get to get coins, don't let your status quo affect you. So that is all I wanted to share with you today. Till next week, take care. I love you all. Bye bye.